First time in my understanding of Nigeria's history during democracy that we've actually had this number of young ministers in a cabinet. I am hopeful that they would add value, because putting young people and putting competent young people, these are two different things. But at this stage, I want to be optimistic that every single young person who has been appointed, say for instance as a minister, would add value to the renewed Hope administration and would be a good brand ambassador to enable more young people get future opportunities like that. Because if they misuse it, then automatically maybe it closes the door. If they use it properly, guess what? It opens the door for more young people. So this is what I'm hoping for, and I strongly believe that how this particular administration led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is determined to make a difference in Nigeria, and the only way to make a difference in Nigeria is to engage more young people. It's the reality. Majority of the Nigerians are young and youthful. The world is fast advancing. In fact, every other part of the world, besides maybe Africa, has embraced younger leadership,
and I think that's why
added
values are
value to them.
important. Because you see, that's why values are important. You're talking about a percentage of Nigerian youth. How many of the youth are in music industry? How many of the youth are in the movie industry?
True.
How many of them are in politics? We're talking about a percentage, a very minute percentage. And for those people who even go into these industries, how do they even get into it? My son was actually into music, and believe me, I was unhappy about it.
You were unhappy?
I was unhappy.
Why?
Because believe me, if you know the culture of the music industry in Nigeria, is drugs.
Oh.
The culture of the music industry in Nigeria, it's about drugs, it's about truancy, promiscuity.
It's not even a Nigeria thing.
I don't want to go out there because I don't know how they go about it there. But in Nigeria, I'm not saying every child, I'm not saying every musician is a drug, and that's not what I'm saying. But the culture of your music industry is basically laced with drugs, partying, drinking, and everything. So I wasn't happy about it.
I also know that it's not all of them that do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I said the culture.
Yes.
That's the culture. So when your child is going into the music industry, you don't feel at peace. I was worried because he told me that when he goes to the site, who he sees there and what they do there. So I wasn't actually comfortable about that. It's not just about these people. Yes, some of them have been successful. And of course, we're so proud of them. But I'm talking about the majority of Nigerians who are not in the music industry, who are not in politics, who are just there. What's our culture? We don't have a culture of believing in the country. It's every man on his own. It's about blowing. I'm talking about creating a culture of value system. What can you do for Nigeria? What can you give back to Nigeria? How can we make Nigeria better? And that stems from us as parents.